All right, welcome back, casually informed gamers. Battlefield 6 Weekend 2 is live. We're going to get a crack at playing Rush for the first time. So this is our first attempt here to see what Rush looks like in Battlefield 6. I think that it's going to be interesting to see some of the maps here. So today we've got some gameplay from a match of Rush on Cairo. Cairo is one of the maps that we were able to play last weekend, but this time we've got a mix of new objectives and new goals. One of the things that stands out right away here is that I love that has not always been so easy is that I can look at my challenges and I can look and see exactly what I need to do before I start the game. And then just like that, I'm able to quickly swap my loadout before I have to even deal with any respawns. That was always a big thing that you would see is you would start losing ticks right away when the game would just start because people didn't get the class they wanted or didn't get to jump in right away. It's just interesting to see that we were able to get that change. As long as you don't move, you can do it right away. One of the cool things is that you can actually do it while you are spawning on an ally. Like if you spawn on a squad mate or a beacon somewhere, you're actually able to do a lot of that loadout swapping before you do anything else. One of the things you'll see here at the start of this one is that there's a lot more fire launchers being used. I think stop, dropping, and rolling still works. I tried out a few times here, but our main objective here on Rush is obviously to push 2 objectives. If you haven't been able to play Rush, it's a little bit like Breakthrough, which we did get to play last week. But in this case, you're actually trying to capture 2 objectives by planting the bombs at the site. So it's a little bit more search and destroy style minus any of that sort of strategy. There's no other real connection. It's like Breakthrough, but you have to set bombs instead. So we've got 2 objectives here, A and B, and one of the things that we need to do is plant a bomb. Just like that, we're arming it at B, and then we need to defend it until it goes off. So that's now our objective. So they're going to go try and defuse while we're going to go try and defend. Now you can also see the same thing happen at A. Just like Breakthrough, once both of these are done, we advance our sector. Now, the only catch is that, unlike Breakthrough, the enemy team or the defending team cannot recapture those points. Once the bomb goes off, that point is lost and its advancement is done. So then you're able just to kind of take that whole sector away from them, or at least that portion of the sector. So that's pretty cool. Rush is definitely a Battlefield staple. This mode has been around for a long time. Some of the glory days were Bad Company 2. Oh, and you see that guy flying through the sky right there. So not perfect. We've still got some bugs to work out, but hopefully nothing game breaking was found here. So just like that, we were able to get both objectives at the same time. It often doesn't happen that way, but it's nice when you can just push the whole sector and get on to the next one. Easy enough. One thing I'll say is you can just see how the destruction has totally reshaped the arena, right? We were able to use that open face building because the walls have been destroyed. So just like that, we're able to, look out, overwatch, and peek out in the way and opening that we may not have had previously. Even all this debris that I'm over by right now, this can all be changed and gotten away from. One of the cool things that you'll see about changing the playlist on modes like this is that when the map design is done well, you're going to have multiple different game modes with multiple different lanes that just allow you to attack and feel everything so differently. It's really cool because Siege of Cairo, like I said, was one that we played a lot of last week, and so it definitely has a feel. You kind of knew, okay, C is going to be a pain in the butt. I'm going to attack both sides. The buildings are going to be destroyed. If I can get in there, if we can get C, it's nice, and if not, I got to go all the way around. But this here, the lanes you can see are smaller, predefined. It is only a 24-player game mode, so we're talking 12 on 12, which makes it feel like your contribution does make a difference. The spawns, happen at a relatively appropriate rate. I think you'll see some bottlenecks here and there, but you definitely, once you get those kills, you want to be able to push and advance relatively soon. If you wait any significant amount of time, the other team's going to be able to get back to the position, and you'll see that kind of bounce back and forth. Also, like Breakthrough, I forgot to mention that the way that the lives work is that the attacking team has a limited number of ticks. So as a medic here, I want to reach out to everybody and just notify you if you are playing Battlefield. Be mindful of the medics that are around you, especially if you're on the attack, because when you're on the attack, you've got a limited number of ticks. For Conquest, it doesn't matter. It's all, both teams are counting, so that's just important total. But for Breakthrough and Rush especially, you want to make sure that you're not respawning unless you absolutely need to. You only get 75 ticks per sector, and so there's not enough time or enough lives to make sure that, you know, you've got extra to spare. I think oftentimes it comes down to the wire, especially, like, you never know when that push is going to come. We've hardly made any ground, and we're already 20 ticks down. So in Sector 2, so just want to be mindful of, you know, that's my medic PSA. New Battlefield players need to hear it, and old Battlefield players need to remember. At times you'll see me hold on maybe too long. I try to get a read on the situation. It's nice because it tells you top 6 nearest possible revivers, right? Who are my medics or squad mates within the 6 nearest meter count. And if nothing's there, nothing's there, but at least you got to try, because again, I mean, forward positioning matters and ticks matter. Spawning at the back of your base and running up doesn't work. It doesn't break, you know, it doesn't break through. It doesn't allow you to advance the way you need to. Coming back to it again, like that one right there. I mean, you saw the kill feed there. I mean, he got 6 shots off or 7 shots off. It felt like that's not what I saw on my end, so that is definitely still an issue. I know that they mentioned they had seen that, been dealing with that, so hopefully we'll get that continued to get looked at. I don't know if it's a connection issue, ping issue, or what the case may be. But sometimes, I mean, you know, you look at how many times it says you were shot, and you're like, I didn't even see him that long. I didn't even know that was that possible. So that still is going on. But generally speaking, this gunplay is stellar. I mean, it feels good. I don't want to get too excited because you never know what's going to get added or what's going to get changed. But it definitely, I mean, it feels good. Attachments can make the guns a little overpowered, but I love that we at least have explicit numbers to it. Suppressive fire is a big deal again. I think that that's definitely an underrated component, right? Get your corners, get your walls, and lay down some fire. It definitely puts pressure on. That's another one where, I mean, I did not see 6 shots coming at me like that fast, but there we are. Yeah, so I mean, once you've got that suppressive fire, I mean, it's huge. I definitely think that it makes a difference here. Not every revive works out, but at least they got it there, you know. And I mean, even though the enemy team, even though you're going to get multiple kills on the scoreboard for that life right there, it's not going to count down on our team tick counter. So that's the thing, is that like dying multiple times doesn't hurt your KD, because it doesn't count as a death until you give up. And yes, they get multiple kills, but at the end of the day, that doesn't matter because this isn't a kill count game. So we're not talking about counting up, we're counting down. So it definitely is worth sticking around. All in all, here you're getting some concentrated lanes. Rush is definitely one of those games where, I mean, Breakthrough definitely is inspired by this, because you get bottled up. You kind of do everything you can to hold a position, to advance through a position, and ultimately sometimes it just takes, you know, a single push or a coincidental breakthrough that allows you to advance through the sector. It doesn't always work, but I mean, it's all you can do is pour enough bodies at it at some points. That guy got the best of me there. I don't have anything for that one. We're in a bit of a rut, as you can see here, falling down to 23. So just being mindful of what our tick count is. I'm trying to change the lane to change the way that we're going here. But it feels, I mean, it feels like Rush. I played a lot of Rush. Bad Company 2 was my Rush game, right? Battlefield 3 had Rush. I mean, they've all had Rush. It's a good, fluid gameplay. Delayed animation there. We just talked about trying to make new angles, right? To see if we can pinch them off from the end here. I like that the minimap clearly defines the boundary lines. I appreciate that. I mean, the ambiguity is fine, but I think that knowing kind of what their region is extremely helpful. I definitely think that it makes a difference for kind of knowing where you can play in, where your routes can come from. I knew that if I could push around left, then I would be able to get through. But just like that, by maybe helping with a little bit of pressure, we were able to push through on A, so I'll split the forces a little bit. It's all about angles, winning your fights. We're able to get B right here. Doing a lot of jumping around, not doing a lot of planting, but, you know, doing my part. Trying to get that suppressive fire, trying to get those revives down. Anything that'll help hold the lane. Clear some alleyways. This feels good. Nothing quite like that. Let's go. Keep them coming. One bullet left. Everything's clear. Let's get a res to cap it off. All right. Sometimes it's all about just being in the right place, right time. That's the one time where a 100-round mag actually pays off, you know? Nice and close. Get those full body hits. I just love how things just start breaking as you're shooting them, just laying down that fire. Go ahead, try and jump around the car. Have considered throwing on the 200-round mag, but it costs 55 points for the weapon, so I'm not sure if I can justify it yet. This sight that I'm running around with is one of the best sights I've had in the game in a long time. It's got like 4 different versions of variable zoom. I mean, it just looks really good. Being able to kind of maximize and optimize whatever range I need it to be at. I mean, this right here, you know, too, just trying to lay into that wall. Those barricades are highly underrated, I think. I mean, I think that those barricades can extend angles really well. I've got myself totally set up here with cover, so if I can get a res, somebody can get to me, revive me. They don't have to worry about it. I mean, they bounce right into cover. I think things look good, right? Definitely want your support to advance. I know that they've gone back and forth with what weapons your supports get. Used to be SMGs, assault rifles, and now we're back to LMGs. So it definitely is. I know I think in Rush you can play any weapons. I think it's considered open. My head just always goes to the class has to be specific to a certain weapon type. I will say that it's weird. It's kind of frustrating that things are, quote, open when you then have the ability to get bonuses for a specific weapon class. Like if you're trying to incentivize the player to play with a specific weapon type, why would you even allow them to take a different one? It just feels like if the role is designed to benefit from one way, then it should just benefit that way. But I haven't noticed, at least in these game modes here, this is infantry only, so I haven't noticed a big issue. I think that really it's just like, how do those recon and engineers collab with each other when it comes to their main weapon types? I know that the assault even getting 2 weapon types kind of takes them out of the conversation to begin with. But something to keep an eye on as you play more. I wanted to just get this out there in the world for anyone to see what this match, like a full round of Rush, looks like, because I really think that it's a unique game mode. And if you didn't really play 2042, and it's been a long time since Battlefield 5, and we might have forgotten how good, just how good these game modes can be. I mean, we're battling in alleyways. I love Siege of Cairo's infantry. Yeah, I mean, I love that this fight is, I mean, we've changed the climate a few times, you know, streets, open rooftops, alleyways. It feels good. It's cool to bounce around too. It definitely, you know, it's like a few different games all in one. managed to get one guy before that grenade went off. Worth it, considering I wouldn't have been able to run out the way there. One of the other things too, not to forget while you're hanging out, right, is that you can tag enemies that show up there. So help your squad mates out, tag them if you can. I think that communication is definitely key. I am very excited to play some squad deathmatch, some squad TDM. Once it comes out here in a couple days, I think that that's going to be a fun way to get with the crew and to kind of battle it out. So definitely keep an eye out for that one. Just you can see how significant of a difference a coordinated squad can make, right? When you have those correct angles, peaks, and everything, and you've got the ability to communicate, it makes a huge difference. Putting together some work here on the front lines here in this game. So Rush, you know, I kind of left the planting up to my teammates. I went for it kind of just for the pure support role, right? Kind of fill my role as far as just being an aid to the team, and it worked out. I think that all in all, we had a good one. So that's a game of Rush. That's what it looks like in BF6. We're gonna see kind of what changes and tweaks they make. I'll have some more gameplay coming out here, but I hope you enjoy. I did get day one gameplay as well, so I put it together a little highlight reel. Check that out here next if you can. It definitely is good just to see the game if you can't get a chance to play yet, but it's open. Get to it. Let's see what we can do.